Hello my angels, welcome to a new vlog and welcome to what is going to be a super chilled, extremely relaxed, recharge our souls, recharge our batteries weekend at home. I have been craving it, I need it, and it's kind of one of those weekends where I'm getting my life back together. I have been running at 1,000 miles an hour with no fuel in the tank, and I know when I'm like on the cusp of like I'm not gonna let that happen, because this weekend I am chilling, but I don't have a morsel in the house, so I kind of feel like this weekend needs to start off by restocking the cupboards and the fridges. I want to make scrumptious recipes, things that actually maybe I might not have even made before. I saw a recipe, actually my mother and I have set up a little group chat together on Instagram whereby we send each other like recipes that we sort of see and fall in love with, and she's been sending me some epic recipes over the last week and I've got a real notion for them. So I'm going to go to Waitrose, we're going to stock up, and I am going to spend the whole weekend recharging my batteries, from juicing to walking in the countryside, really doing those things that set my soul on fire. Singing with the birds in the orchard. I know it sounds woo-woo, but those things that genuinely, yeah, set my soul on fire, and I thought it was about time that we do it together. So without further ado, welcome to what is going to be a very, very happy, a very, very wholesome weekend at home with me. We're going to cook together, we're going to sing together, we're going to sunbathe together, because it is also 29 degrees that the car says, so it's a glorious day. It's also got a slight touch of wind to it, so it kind of takes off that real stinking hotness, which is divine. Probably too hot for a dog walk, in all honesty with you. The other evening I left it until like about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I thought, right, I'm going to do the short circuit with the dogs. And by about a quarter of the way through, I was holding both Odie and Rafi, thinking, oh, I'm gonna kill my dogs. I don't know whether just to lay down in the field with them and just sort of lay there and let whoever it is gonna just take me. It was so hot and I thought I was gonna kill my dogs with heat stroke, so won't be doing that again. And yeah, but anyway, let's fill our cups and let's start off by heading to Waitrose. So let's go. There we go, I thought these looked lovely. Wonderfully wonky strawberries from Herefordshire. Oh, how divine. Right, also got some avos. What else do they have? See if they've got any of the candy floss grapes in. If you haven't tried the candy floss grapes, oh my goodness, they are unreal. Okay, I might just go with the sweet and juicy, and I actually like putting them in the freezer. They are so delish. The aubergine obsession continues. Some lovely English asparagus. Also going to get some lovely organic strawberries too. Get some lovely woodland mushrooms. And also some British shiitake mushrooms. I've got a real notion to make a delicious like Vietnamese pho. Some more wonderfully wonky things. I'm going to get the boys a big bag of carrots. And then also some fennel. Some lovely spring onions is always a must. We go big on the cucumbers because I eat so much of it and I juice so much of it too. 2 lots of peppers, again salads and also for photos. Some delicious British dolce verde lettuce hearts. Ooh, yum. I'm going to get a red cabbage and also a white cabbage. Cauliflower, either going to do like a spiced Moroccan cauliflower or even cauliflower cheese. Always pick up courgettes. And also some Cavaliero Nero, robust and earthy. Ooh, yum. Now I love getting this box of tomatoes. You get some really weird and wonderful colours and variations. Ooh, it's hard to pick which one. I think I'm actually going to go with this one because I think those orange tomatoes look lovely. Need loads of ginger. Ooh. It's going to be so good for the juicing and also all the sort of like Thai Vietnamese broths. I'm going to get some prawns. I'm going to get some thigh fillets, so that's skinless and boneless chicken thighs. I just find them so much more tender and succulent. Always pick up some mince just to put in the freezer on the nights where, you know, you want to like make a spag bowl or a chili con carne, always very handy to have in the fridge or freezer. We need some stock and some broth. I'm going to get 2 beef stock. I'm going to do a delicious slow roasted lamb shoulder with like orzo. It's going to be utterly delicious. Last night I was looking everywhere for breadcrumbs and I didn't even have any bread to make my own. So I'm going to get some breadcrumbs and also lots of chicken stock. I feel like I can never have enough chicken stock for making like bone broths, to stews, to pastas, to photos. It's really, really handy. Get some milk for the husband. Let's have a little look at the dates. 8th of July. Perfect. I don't know about you, but the picky bits aisle is always my favourite. Love to know what your favourite aisle is in a supermarket. For the woman who hates doing the supermarket shop, I must say I'm having a truly great time. I've got a notion to do. I'm having lots of notions indeed. Also feeling a little bit embarrassed vlogging in the supermarket, but I really want to make a scrumptious tart with the tomatoes and some burrata, and then I don't know whether to do a delicious Italian mortadella or a prosciutto. I think I might go prosciutto. Oh, it's going to be delicious. Oh, you know how much I love dips. Oh, they've got a char grilled padron pepper with romesco styled sauce, a watercress tzatziki, definitely a tomato salsa, and actually I've just seen this, a whipped feta dip. That sounds lovely. I'm going to see if they have one with an older date on it. Burrata. I'm going to get 2 burratas. I'm definitely spoiling myself here, but there is nothing better than having fridges full of scrumptious food. Simple, but so lucky. We're gonna do a gluten-free puff. We need some Just Roll puff pastry. Definitely need some Parmigiano. I'm on the hunt for mini moons. Ooh! Here they are, here they are. So if you guys haven't tried mini moons, you need to. So my favorite flavor is the passion fruit and mango, and then closely followed by actually the matcha, but I don't think they have the matcha, which is upsetting. However, the iced latte coffee is delicious. And then actually again, I've never tried cinnamon bun. Okay, we're going all out here, really spoiling myself. That I love having in the freezer, which I find is just really easy to have, is the chicken itsu gyozas and the vegetable ones. You cannot be bothered to cook. You just whip up like a nice sort of like vegetable stir fry and then just pop the chicken gyozas or vegetable gyozas on the top, and they're delicious. Greek yogurt is always really handy to have. Now, in a few recipes recently, I've needed avocado oil, something I don't actually tend to use that often, but I need it. So where is that avocado oil? I bet you guys are like spotting it, and there's me spending hours staring aimlessly into wildly expensive olive oils. Avocado oil, surely. Okay, well, once I found it, I will be back. A brand I am obsessed with is Beluzu, and they do these delicious like pastes. That's the smoked chili harissa paste, which I use so much, and the tagine paste. They always have like lovely preserved olives. They've got the pomegranate molasses, lovely olive oils. I think I'm going to take a rose harissa paste just to have in the cupboards. I'm on the hunt for panko breadcrumbs. It's actually the other evening I made a dinner out of some really random ingredients, and I had a chicken breast and some Greek yogurt, really rogue looking anchovies, and as I told you before, a skill of mine is to turn something that looks very miserable and dodgy in the fridge into something delicious. And if I had panko breadcrumbs, I could have made it even better. And actually it's something that I want to recreate with you guys because it's insane. It's like a deconstructed, crispy chicken Milanese Caesar salad, but healthy. I had some Greek yogurt, so I made a really healthy Caesar salad dressing, and then I did the delicious battered chicken. But if I had panko breadcrumbs, it would have been even more crispy. And then basically imagine the battered chicken Milanese on the bottom, the delicious Caesar salad with that delicious Greek Caesar salad dressing on the top, freshly cut cherry tomatoes, a little bit of a dodgy looking avo, but it was delicious, and it was so good. So with some fresh ingredients and the right ingredients, I'm going to remake that with you over the next couple of weeks, because I think you guys will love it. Ta-da! I'm going to get 2 boxes of that so that I've got them in stock. The other thing I need is fish sauce, oyster sauce, hoisin. Oh my goodness, shaoxing, definitely can't pronounce that one. Sesame oil I have. I just need some fish sauce, soy sauce, ramen, teriyaki. What's this? Rice vinegar. My goodness, where did they keep the fish sauce? Found it. And then the other thing I want to get is some rice paper, and then I can make my own summer rolls with the prawns. These are them, and it's only £2 for I think like 15 sheets. Yeah, 15 to 17 sheets, and you can make some delicious summer spring rolls. I'm going to get some pesto on nights where I'm feeling extremely lazy. Definitely need some orzo. And then one thing I love having in the cupboards, which I feel is like a real luxury and a bit of a treat, is having what we call like posh pasta, like not your basic penne basically, just something like a little bit bigger, or the shells, or something interesting. And on nights where I feel like eating pasta, because I am actually gluten intolerant, or like on really impromptu evenings where we end up like hosting and I need something that's really easy to cook quick, but also something that just looks a little bit more elevated, we're going to add these to the basket. And then some fusiglioni. I think I'm going to have to remortgage my house at this point. I've got half a Waitrose in my trolley, and then I've had a weak moment in the toy section. I'm so really embarrassed. But look at the toys. They're £6 for dog toys, which if you have dogs, you'll know that actually that is unheard of. I normally buy them in bulk on Amazon, and they end up being a lot cheaper, but because I can't take them out for like long walks because it's so hot at the moment, might get them some toys. And how cute are these? So cute. And yeah, they are £5.50. Great buy. Great buy. And I'm also going to see if I can get them some bones here. I normally go to the butcher's, but if I can get them some healthy bones. They are not going to even know themselves. They're going to be so excited with Sandy the seagull, and he's made from 83% recycled material. They're going to absolutely love these. I know you're probably thinking pink and they're for boys, but I kind of wanted to get a different, each one was different. I thought this was hysterical. And then a sweet little soft Planet Porsley soft dog toy. And then these, I always think that this is like McDonald's for dogs. It's not very healthy for them. I might go to the butcher section and see if I can get some proper bone marrow bones. This is filled bone with chicken. Have a little look at the ingredients. That's a no. Let's go and see. Oh, they have pig's ears. Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to get them some pig's ears. They'll love that. And to ensure we have a bit of reality on this YouTube channel, we all get it. But we need some girly bits and bobs. And then some crispies. What do we fancy? I might do a delicious guac at some point. And I actually like the salted tortilla chips better than the sort of like posh ones that you get up there. I just feel like the normal salted tortilla chips hits the spot. And then Marcus loves Pringles, although I do refuse to buy them for him because they are so bad for you. So I'm going to try and get him like a healthy alternative that's still tasty, that he can like dip in all the dips in the tzatziki. Ooh, wild thyme and rosemary. I think he'll love those. And then he loves these. The Thai sweet chili sensations. Well, I think I have the majority of Waitrose in my trolley. This is going to keep us going for a few weeks, if not even more. Well, that is that job done, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I seem to have enough food that will keep us going, gosh, for donkey's years. And I just got in the car and I came out of Waitrose and thought, whoa, it is so warm. It's 35 degrees. So oh, it's not going down. There we go. I was having a bit of a karaoke on the way. That scared the living daylights out of me, and probably you too, but I don't know whether you guys have heard Lewis Capaldi's new song Survive. I listened to it, listened to the lyrics, and just burst into tears. He is such a remarkable human. His talent is just extraordinary, and also his story. What he's been through is just utterly heartbreaking, but he's back and he's got a new chord song, Survive, and that was it. So I was screaming that. But what was I saying? I think I've got so much food and so many different recipes, from tarts to lamb shoulders to pho's, some lovely pad thais, like summer roll recipes, lovely salads, chicken thighs. So I think I'm going to do like a really fresh like Chinese chicken shredded with like the red cabbage. I really want like really fresh, tasty, scrumptious food. So that is exactly what I'm going to make. I've got loads of things in to do green juice. Going to be delish, and I got the boys lots of lovely presents that they're going to be really happy. So it's 35 degrees. Let's get home. We're going to pour ourselves a delicious mocktail, unpack all of that, and probably sit in the garden. It's just too beautiful not to be able to enjoy it. So let's head home.
everybody come here. Right, which one do you want? You're a shredder. You're the shredder, so you can have the anti-shred one. Okay, there we go. Go on then. Oh, hang on, it's got a label on it. It's got a label. Okay. Right. Wiggy, Wiggy. This one's Wiggy. No, this is Wiggy's. Okay, no, that's Wiggy's. No, Wiggy. You take that one. Look, this one's got Squeaky. Take that one. Okay. Oh, God, it's all going terribly wrong. Okay, Ravi, you can have that one. Slow, do you want the pink one? Oh, you're a sweet, precious child. You have this one, baby. You have this one. Look, it's got a squeak, squeak. Oh, it's got a squeak, squeak. It's squeaky like you. It's squeaky. Go in then. In here. Oh my gosh. This is what pure happiness is. Off they go. You boys. Good boys. Take them into the shade. Oh, Rafi. He is so happy with his pink teddy. Oh my goodness! So they can spend half an hour going crazy shredding the toys. Can you give that one to your brother, because that one's the anti-shred, and Wiggy's going to just annihilate that in about 2 minutes. Rafi, why don't you come over here in the shade? Come here, sweet pea. Have you got a teddy? Have you got a teddy? He's like, Mummy, step away from my teddy. Step away. Actually, everybody, I was telling you about the sundial. The brick is still looking a little bit new, but yeah, we've reinstated the sundial in the middle of the lawn, and we've put a little bit of York stone with some lovely brick around the edge. And yeah, the sundial is back in the middle of the lawn. I think we took it away actually when we redid the lawn for Mark and my wedding. And then for some reason we never put it back in, but we've done it properly and obviously concreted in the York stone. And yeah, I can't get over Rafi. He is so happy. Are you a happy sausage? Quite literally a happy sausage. What have you got, Wigs? What have you got, you little cretin? Oh my goodness, I can imagine any of you that got dogs out there, their ears must be pricking. You are such a sweet pea. No, you have your teddy. Yeah, you tell him, Slots, you tell him. He's just holding onto his ear. Oh my goodness, you are actually just too cute. Right, Raf, can I bring you in the shade, baby? You're too old and hot to be in the sunshine. Come here. Bring it here. Rafi, drop. Rafi. He can't actually hear me anymore. Rafi, drop. Oh gosh. No, this was not a chase me Charlie. Drop. Okay, there we go. We're going to bring it in the shade. No, I know you're going to get it back. Come here, in the shade. No, this is Rafi's. Rafi, Christ, that was almost my hand. Okay, you guys chill in the shade. Odie is now nicked Lancelot. Okay. Oh my goodness, there's going to be fluff everywhere. Odie works out where the squeaker is, and then he cuts to the chase. And he goes straight in. I'm telling you, there's going to be fluff literally everywhere in a matter of minutes. Right, whilst they murder, we are going to come in here and we are going to unpack the shopping. It's going to take me a while, so oh gosh, let's do this. I think I need to pluck up some courage to do this. I need to have like a lovely mocktail, but I am also worried that my Itsu dumplings and my mini moons are going to have melted. Right, I think it's get everything out and work out which fridge is. I don't know about you, but like, I have a system with my fridge. I know that sounds crazy, but I kind of feel like everybody does. You like vegetables go one place, meats go the other, all the picky bits go in the fridge in the main kitchen, all of the sort of like vegetables and raw meats go in here. There's a system, I like to keep it that way. Right, I think it's get everything out and then put everything away. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to perch you up somewhere. The lighting, it's so bright outside, makes it really rather difficult in here.
myself a little mocktail, and Beaver Farm very kindly sent lots of delicious like mocktails and cordials and juices for my Royal Ascot picnic, and we didn't get through all of it. So that means that I have a delicious array of different sparkling numbers in the fridge. And this is Beaver Farm's sparkling pink apple juice, crafted with nature, 100% juice and no added sugar. And as you know, I like to make things look slightly bougie, so I'm going to make myself a delicious mocktail and go outside and read Tatler. I picked up a Tatler in the supermarket in the sunshine with the boys. I do quite like to top up my, I kind of do like half and half. If it's cordial, I'll do a tiny bit of cordial and then 2 bottles of San Pellegrino because they're only little ones. And then if it's a juice, I tend to do like half and half because I do find them quite sweet. And also I like to try and make them last as long as possible, so they last a little bit longer. But I've got a lovely sprig of mint, loads of ice, some little mint leaves, and also some raspberries. Oh, it's so good. I would highly recommend, what am I doing? Highly recommend doing the sparkling water because it makes it a little bit more like a spritzer than a pure sort of quite sugary juice in a way. So that is delicious. I also brought over this one, which is Beaver Farm's ginger beer, brewed with fresh root ginger. How divine does that look? So those are the bottles. Highly recommend. They are a firm favourite in our household. So I'm going to put that one down there. Put this one here. Right, let's get the Tatler and let's get outside. I might even go and put a bikini on. It's 30 degrees. We could tan the bod. Oh, so good. Back inside after the most gorgeous golden hour, and it is most certainly time to make a tart. So I've just pulled out my ingredients. We picked up the puff pastry. I don't know, I'm not massively hungry because my watercress tzatziki exploded in the bottom of the Waitrose bag. Devastating, but I did eat the rest of it with the tortilla chips. So I'm not like ravenous, but I'm gonna make a scrumptious tart. I actually saw Saf Michaels. If you don't follow her, you have to. She is amazing. She is a young mum and she talks all about sort of incredible recipes, her life, her daughter, and she's a vibe. And I saw her TikTok and she did a delicious tart recipe, and I'm gonna make something similar. It's gonna be absolutely delicious, so let's do it. Right, first things first, you're going to want to get yourself a baking tray, and then you want to roll your puff pastry out, and also I would suggest a little bit of parchment paper underneath just to ensure that it doesn't stick. And then you are going to want to score kind of like a rectangle, leaving the edges, and that's what's going to puff up and make it look really beautiful and really rather presentable. So that's what I mean by creating a sort of like a square rectangle, leaving the edges a good sort of 2 inches, I would say. Now you can use anything as the base. You could use like a really delicious like olive tapenade. You could use a scrumptious like red pepper pesto. I bought this today, which is the Wholesome pesto, which has got sort of like, you know, the normal basil, garlic, pine kernels. Oh, and it's a really delicious one. Delicious. One thing you are also going to want to do is just prick the puff pastry just so that it cooks all the way through. You can do this either very lightly with a knife or with a fork. And then get a generous amount of pesto. I'm going to bring you down for this so you can see what I'm doing. A lovely generous amount of pesto. And you're going to smear that within a little rectangle. One thing which I'm quite upset with myself about, I forgot the rocket, which is kind of like the bit of garnish, the bit of zhuzh on the top. But I think what I'm going to do is put a load of fresh basil on the top. Right, I would say that that is probably enough pesto. It's been a while since we've done a cook along. Yummarillo, as our darling Josie would say. Right, now I'm going to use a spot of red onion, courgettes, peppers, tomatoes. Then we're going to shred the burrata on the top, put some cherry tomatoes, like fresh cherry tomatoes, and then tear up the basil. It's gonna be so good. And now you're just going to want to, rather prettily, just place the red onions, the red peppers, and the courgette. In the center of our pastry. Perfect. I think I'm gonna lay these like this. Ooh. Oh, where are the onion goggles when you need them? Oh, the eyeballs are eyeballing. Divine. It's gonna be so tasty. I think we can do 4. There we go. We can do endy bits we don't need. And then the red peppers on the top. This is definitely going to be a loaded tart. Perfection. There we go. Now all we need to do is crack an egg and put a little bit of a paintbrush around the edges just to ensure that our tart is glossy. Right, I'm going to whisk away. Get myself a little paintbrush. And now with a touch of scrambled egg, you will only actually need 1. We are going to get a little paintbrush and we are going to just pop that on the edges, and that is going to ensure that it is gorgeous. Oh, the goodness, just gorgeous and glossy. Boys, is that necessary?
Right, that looks divine. We need to drizzle a tiny touch of olive oil and season with some salt and pepper and a touch of chili. There we go. That is going to be absolutely delicious. I preheated my oven to 180 and then we're going to keep it in there for roughly around about, I'd say 15 to 20 minutes, but eyeball it, until it is a golden goddess. That is the idea. So the final touches, a little bit of salt and a touch of fresh cracked pepper. And ladies and gentlemen, our tart is ready for the oven. PJs are on, tart is cooking, dishwasher is unloaded, and I've got a job here that I've been meaning to do, embarrassingly, for, I don't want to say months, because that is disgusting, isn't it? The truth is out. Yes, my makeup brushes are actually revolting, and because Venera is honestly the most gorgeous girly inside and out, I think she once watched a YouTube vlog where I was cleaning my brushes and I was like using my hand. She bought me this makeup cleaner. It's called Brushworks and it's got these little teeth and it sort of feels like silicone-y plastic, and you basically put a little bit of like brush cleaner, or in my case I'm using my Wild Shower Gel. This is the Emma Bridgewater case. I'm obsessed with it and the scent is so delicious. I do actually have a code for Wild. This is not an ad, however I do work with them, so I will leave the current code and the current deal on screen now. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend a little bit of time cleaning my makeup brushes and just getting it organised. So it literally is as easy as that, and then you just work the brush around the sort of little teeth as such. I'm going to have clean brushes. Oh, the excitement. Sort of having the time to do these things is such a luxury. I'm honestly having the best weekend. I think I'm going to fill my sink because I think I'm just running water. It's just a complete waste. Anyway, I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse, enjoy the music, and hopefully I'm going to get through all of these brushes by the time that my tart is a golden goddess. Look at how insane that looks. It smells even better. Right now, I'm just going to place my tomatoes all in different ways just to make it look pretty. Plenty of tomatoes. I may have overcooked it slightly on the old tomatoes. Now for all the fun and yummy part. We are going to shred the burrata on the top in lovely sort of little clumps as such. Oh my goodness, this looks insane. It's exactly, oh my goodness, what I was hoping for. Creamy. Right, I'm gonna go and wash my hands. I'm going to put a tiny, tiny little bit of prosciutto. And just, again, tear up the prosciutto in smaller parts, just because there's nothing worse than getting like a really big stringy bit of prosciutto and you're sort of like trying to like pull it out of your mouth. It's not the one. So I like to just sort of tear it up and put it into like kind of a little bit of like rosettes in a way, making it as pretty as possible. I think 2 or 3 of the prosciutto slithers is perfect. A little bit in there, a little bit on the edges. Oh my gosh, this looks insane. Oh, right. Now for the decoration, which is, of course, the beautiful basil flowers. And then I'm literally just going to tear up the basil around the edges, because fresh basil from the pesto, or with red onions that are down at the bottom, those gorgeous courgettes. Oh, this looks literally insane. Put one in the middle there as well. And then, I mean, this is a piece of art, if I'm allowed to say that myself. I think that might be a little bit too much. A little bit of cracked black pepper for the top. Season with really good sea salt. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a fabulous looking tart. Fingers crossed, she's utterly scrumptious too. I'm gonna spin you around and show you this masterpiece, because quite honestly, it should be a Picasso piece. How sensational does that look? Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. It smells even better. So I cannot wait any longer. I'm going to tuck in. So bon appetit. I've got a date on the sofa with the sausages. What a weekend. And thank you, Saf, for the inspiration. This looks divine. And I cannot wait to inhale it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday, my little Christians. Come on, let's go. What a glorious morning in the orchard. The boys are dreaming of squirrels, and I'm just listening to the bird song and letting the world wake up. Tell me you're in heaven without telling me you're in heaven.
Hello, my angels. Good morning. I've had a glorious start to the day. Taking the boys around the orchard, kind of my normal Sunday morning routine. Sat listening to the birds, reading the newspapers. Had a little bit of a tidy up this morning. Quickly had a shower, put a scrape of makeup on, and kind of got ready for the day. I'm going to put the beautiful florals that we bought yesterday from Waitrose in a couple of vases, some posies. I'm going to try and revamp these. These are some gorgeous hydrangeas and what were sort of like little alliums for Royal Ascot. So they've lasted a couple of weeks actually, and I think if I give them some fresh water and a bit of a fresh snip, take out the dead, I think we can revamp them. And I'm going to put these beautiful scented stocks down the table, and then it will be time to prep the lamb. I'm going to do a lamb shoulder recipe. It's a really low and slow recipe. It's going to be delicious. I'm going to do it for around about 3 or 4 hours. Gorgeous Moroccan spices, and then sort of half an hour before the lamb is actually finished, you put a load more stock in, you put loads of orzo, and then the lamb just like shreds. It's going to be so tasty, topped with like Greek yogurt, pomegranate seeds, and coriander. So it's a really hearty and wholesome, scrumptious meal, but it is also really, really fresh and also different. I don't know, I feel like I've kind of been like making a load of the same food recently, and I've just got a bit bored with the basic menu. So as you know, I went a bit crazy yesterday in Waitrose, and I'm just looking forward to making some kind of like fresh new recipes. But oh, I see what they've done, they've actually tied these together. Okay, I'm actually going to snip the tape off of these. Give these beautiful hydrangeas a bit of a snip, and hopefully they will have a new lease of life. Fresh water. We've got some friends that are coming over for lunch, which will be really lovely. It's only 4 of us. I like to make it special, but not too OTT. A very, very casual Sunday lunch, a non-traditional Sunday lunch. I think these are, fingers crossed, going to bounce back. There's so many different tips and tricks as to how to get your hydrangeas to just revamp, and I've got to be honest, I've tried most of them. It's like the boiling water one baffles me, and it never works for me. I've seen all these incredible things on Instagram, and I'm like, how does that work? And then they do like a bit of a time lapse, and yeah, I can't seem to get mine to work. And actually, before I fill in that last bowl, one thing I do always find does tend to work by putting some ice cubes in. It just keeps the water super cold. And today it's not glorious sunshine. We're getting bits and bobs of sunshine, but it's quite overcast, but it's muggy, it's warm. Definitely warm. So I was thinking we could have some nice like rosé on the terrace, and that's perfect. But let's close that up. That one I think is looking a little bit sad. I just don't know whether it's going to come back. Boats. Do we think it's going to come back? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, this one looks fantastic. Fresh water in there, snip the tape off, and then these lilies are magnificent. I don't know whether the scent is coming from the stalks or the lilies, but it is absolutely divine. Okay, that is that. And then we're going to go for a bit of a mooch around the orchard, because one of our plum trees is bearing lots of fruits. So I thought that we could take a little trug, go and pick some plums, and fingers crossed our little plum thief hasn't stolen too many. He goes off for hours, and he's actually in the orchard just eating all of the plums off of the floor, but they're tiny, they're teeny tiny little plums, and they are so full of flavour, and they are so sweet. So I think I'm going to do I don't know whether, I need to have a little look at a recipe. I don't know whether to do, I'm in my tart era. Eating tarts, not actual tarts. But I was thinking either to do like a lovely plum tart or a good old plum crumble, like a summer crumble. So I thought that that would be really nice, and it's a lovely way to sort of forage and make something scrumptious from the garden. So that looks absolutely beautiful. I am also going to do the same with this. I'm going to get a few ice cubes in here. Give those hydrangeas a new little lease of life, and those should bounce straight back. It's difficult with it being so hot inside. I think yesterday it got up to like 32 inside the kitchen, so not much I can do. I'm trying to give these beautiful hydrangeas the best possible living chance. I've also got the pig's ears to give the boys today. I can safely say that there are absolutely no squeakies left in those toys. They have murdered them. There has been a murder, as Marcus likes to say. Right, let's do some lovely posies. Okay, and I got a mixture between like white and then a gorgeous creamy, like a creme caramel colour of those stocks. I was after peonies, but Waitrose do a really good deal with peonies. I think it's like, I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how much it was, but I think for 5 stems it's well under £10, and for beautiful, massive, enormous billowing peonies I thought it was quite good value, but obviously so does everybody else because there were none left. So it's going to be a super simple tablescape, literally just stocks. And then these gorgeous I'm going to keep in this vase here for the center of the kitchen, and they are magnificent. What I like to do, so the reason why I didn't do this yesterday is because it's really important to keep them in their, whatever they're sort of wrapped up in, essentially, like keep them in their cellophane or newspaper, keep them in the house for, I don't know, at least 12 hours for them to acclimatise to the temperature inside the house, because essentially they're probably coming from a refrigerated warehouse, or you know, they've been in the flower market, or they've been in a refrigerated truck. So as soon as you bring them into your house and you then potentially style them in a beautiful vase, the heat of your house is going to make them wilt or die, essentially. So I always find that I get a little bit longer out of my flowers if I let them acclimatise to the temperature of the house before taking them out of their packaging. So what are we going to do with these? I might actually need, oh my god, they are utterly magnificent. Is this going to be too small, this vase? No, I think that looks amazing. I'm going to take a few of the lower leaves off. I'm going to give them a little bit of fresh Snippingtons. I think that looks amazing. There's something about lilies just by themselves that they just carry their own. Divine. Okay. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So as I was saying earlier, we're going to head round the orchard. We're going to pick some plums. The boys are going to be happy to have a bit of a mooch. And then we're going to make a scrumptious Sunday lunch together. And yeah, just have a really chilled but gorgeous and glorious day. So I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. I feel like you guys have seen me floral arrange a million times. So enjoy the music, and I will come back and show you my very simple and very wholesome, extremely laid back. Do not get yourselves up for a crazy luxury by Leonora tablescape, because today there isn't going to be one, but it's going to be pretty and perfect for today. Those are the florals almost finished. I feel like I need a touch of foliage, so it might be time to head around the orchard, forage for plums. with my little plum thieves and just get some little bit of like filler, because I actually ended up putting some of the stocks in with the lilies just to bulk it out a little bit, and I think I need something a little bit zhuzhy to go in here. And then I've put all of the stocks in here. I think they look absolutely beautiful. And then the hydrangeas look like they might be doing something. It's amazing. Every so often I'll just see a tiny bit of the petal just pop back. So fingers crossed they'll all be popping back. And actually I've had a few comments on updates on my seedlings. Now I have to be honest, when I went to Mallorca, I told our wonderful housekeeper, please, please keep my babies alive. All I can say is I was a bit devastated to come home. And they were looking really, really poor. A lot of them were dead. A lot of them shriveled up and just died. I was genuinely heartbroken. It sounds ridiculous, but anyway, I have managed to salvage and some ways like resuscitate and bring a few of them back to life. So a bit of an update on my Le Manoir 4 Saisons seedlings. So the fennel died, amaranth shriveled up and died. Amaranth was doing really, really well. My cornflowers were looking, literally they were like welt over and pretty much dead, and I don't know what's gone on here, but there seems to be like a huge hole. No idea what's going on there. Sunflowers, my sunflowers were almost touching the top of this little incubator, and anyway, this one seems to have died. This one does look like it's doing quite well, and that is actually the cornflower. So I have one sunflower left. And then my calendula actually looks like it's doing okay. We've got 3 out of 4 here. And then my zinnia, this one doesn't look great. In here, I don't think I have any. No, I've got 2 out of 4. So not that I'm holding a grudge, but I've got to admit, I was pretty sad. I was a bit upset when I got home. It's like, oh, what has happened? But anyway, there are a lot more important things going on in the world than me being upset with my seedlings dying. But we still have life. But that is the update on those. And I will be interested to get Steve's opinion as to when we think we need to pick them and put them into their very own little pots. So let's head outside with the boys and go and get what we need to zhuzh the florals and make a scrumptious summer plum crumble. Even in 30-degree heat, he's lying by the Aga, of which the Aga is actually in fact switched off, but it's the tongue. Oh my god, it's the ham slice. It's the ham slice. He knows how to get me. Oh, it's just too much. Look at the little bit of tongue sticking out. Wiggy, you are actually too much. What are you doing to mummy? Oh, what is this? This is too cute. Right, do you want to go out? Do you want to go get some plums? And the squirrels? You want to go and find the squirrels? Squirrels? I think that's a yes. And I can hear his brother. Oh, the big stretchies. Oh, mummy, it is officially a snoozy Sunday. Oh my goodness. Do we want to go out and get the squirrels? Where's your brother? Where's your blondie brother? Are we ready? We've got the little plum thief. Let's go. Come on then. Let's go and get mummy's trug. And let's go. Found the other little horror. He's got his teddy. Oh, you're loving it. Oh my goodness. They are just too sweet. Right, you've all got one so that you don't need to fight over the teddies. Oh, isn't this just so gorgeous? Look at these delphiniums. Aren't they amazing? Oh, wow. Look at the size of that allium. That is enormous. Absolutely enormous. Wiggy and butterflies. Odie, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's
let's go. So we've got some gorgeous blue skies, but it is quite cloudy. But the sunshine, it is so warm. It's really rather Muggingtons. Right, Wiggs. Oh, you've got your pink one. Come on then, bring it with you. Come on out. Let's go get some plums. Lancelot, are you going to carry that thing around the whole orchard? No. It's like the squirrels. Where are they, baby? And he's off. And Wiggy has stolen it. Come on then, bring it with you. Come on then. Oh, they are just too much. Too cute for words. Oh, right. All of these gorgeous butterflies. They're so stunning. All of the fruits on the trees. These are gorgeous little crab apples that are not quite ready yet. Lots of apples coming on the trees. Gosh, we are going to have some apple season. Now the plum tree is down here. And look at all of these apples. They're tiny, but they are going to be scrumptious. And this is the plum tree that is absolutely delicious. Look at how many little teeny tiny plums have already hit the floor, but they are so scrummy. Oh wow, let's try this. I know I shouldn't probably pick them off of the floor, but make sure there's no wormies in there. I've done that before. Oh my god, they're so sweet, so sweet. So we are going to just ensure that we excuse me, that's the pep. Gosh, they are so delicious. Okay, right, mission: collect a load of plums for a delicious crumble. I believe we have enough plums. Now the question is, do we do like a plum and cherry crumble? Because our cherry trees are doing exceptionally well. And because these are so sweet, the tartness from the cherries, and they are quite tart, might just be the sharpness that we need to cut through these plums. Ooh, I'm feeling it. Right, let's head over to the cherries. And I must say, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to forage in terms of foliage. I mean, they're beautiful wild poppies, but they're too beautiful to pick. I'm not sure they're really going to go with the theme of our tablescape. And the borders are looking absolutely magnificent. So here we go, here is our amazing cherry tree. I look at this and I'm just like, I can't believe it's real. Look at how amazing this is. Look at how many cherries there are. Isn't that amazing? Oh, they're just so gorgeous. And it's so bright out here, I can hardly show you, but how many cherries there are. It's just amazing. And the birds do seem to be, look at that, it's amazing. Just a pip is left. So let's have a little try of a cherry. Oh, delicious. They are quite tart. But I think actually might be the perfect combination that we need, as the tartness and the sharpness will blend perfectly with our plums. Look, we have a little helper down here. Yes, you can't have cherries, my darling, and he only has a teeny tiny bit of plum. Right, let's pick some cherries. plums and the cherries are secured, not so much for the foliage. So let's head inside, give these a good wash and actually get the lamb underway. Ensuring that all the cherries and the plums are going to get a lovely, gorgeous, cold bath. And whilst I just let those sit in the sink, I mean, how beautiful does that look? I am going to prep the lamb and get it in the oven because it's going to take at least 3 hours. Okay, so I've just prepped a few bits and bobs. Oh, the onions are killing me. I've got my large Le Creuset stewing pot here, and I'm just going to throw in a bed of onions. It's kind of going to be like a Greek style shredded summer orzo with oregano, cumin, paprika, lemon, olive oil, all of those delicious traditional Italian-y, slightly Moroccan-y, because we're going to top it with pomegranate seeds, some feta. Oh, it's going to be delicious. I am also going to throw in a few garlic cloves whole into here, as well as keep a few back. I'd say about 4 or 5 back to marinate the lamb shoulder. So this is the lamb shoulder that we bought yesterday. It is roughly around about 2 kgs. So wonderful, and just from Waitrose. So we've got 2 lemons, and then what I'm gonna do is create a little bit of a paste. I'm gonna pierce my lamb shoulder just so that it can really soak in and absorb all of those delicious flavors. We're going to add some chicken stock and also some wine, put the lid on, and put it in the oven for literally 3 hours at 150, 160, depending upon what oven you have. I am going to use the oven only because the Aga is off. The Aga would actually be my preferred option, but considering it's like 28.5 degrees in this kitchen at the moment, it is rather roasty. We do not need the Aga. So I'm just going to take the plastic off of this, give it a good piercing all the way around. I would like this to have come to slightly more room temperature. However, I need to get it in the oven because the guests will be arriving in literally like 3 hours. Yeah, right. Not looking super appetizing yet, but it will be. And then this is where you're going to get your hands a little bit dirty, but we need to rub this in. Or you can do what I do and put my hands into a sandwich bag, because I invest in getting really pretty nails and I'm not going to let these spices ruin my French manicure that Fam so beautifully did yesterday morning. Actually, before I started filming with you guys. Right, so that is that. You're going to want a nice glug of white wine. I've got a lovely Gavi de Gavi here. I'd say a glass and a half. I just eyeball it, to be honest with you. Definitely not half the bottle. Whoopsie. And then I'm actually going to use chicken stock for this, but you could use really any form of stock. And I'm just going to pour this around the edge, and voila, a little bit of salt and pepper. Always season. Divine. Need a little bit of cracked black pepper, tiny touch of chili, probably a touch too much there, and the cracked black pepper, and she is ready for the oven. In she goes. Voila! See you in 3 hours. Set. Okay, so after a depipping marathon, I've got them all into a pot. I'm going to put it onto a low heat. Now, I don't want to mush these up too much. I quite like how whole they are. So I'm going to put a tiny touch of vanilla extract in, a teeny tiny touch of water, and a sprinkle of sugar, and just let all the flavors come together. Okay, so I very quickly laid a very pared back, sweet, very homey table here, and I don't know whether to actually sit inside or outside, so as you would have seen, I've laid both. I've also just prepared a few little snackettes. I'm also going to go and get a champagne bucket and add some rosé, some champagne, and some soft drinks into that. But how gorgeous do these lilies and stocks look? They look sensational, and they're putting such a beautiful scent into the kitchen. All I can say is the kitchen is smelling unbelievable. And then we've got the gorgeous table outside, but I don't know whether it's going to be just a touch too hot to sit out here. But anyway, we have options, which we're so lucky to have. So we might even end up just doing drinky poos out here. But it's definitely time to get the champagne bucket out, get the drinks into the buckets, and then quickly put a lick of lip gloss on, maybe change my dress. I'm not quite sure. It is quite hot, so I think I might. And then have a gorgeous afternoon. Okay, so that is looking a little bit better. We're prepared for rosé and we're prepared for beer. Everything is in the champagne bucket. I'm going to be serving a delicious pure Mason Mirabeau, of course. We've also got some of the gorgeous Beaver Farm raspberry lemonade, and then this is a lime and yuzu mojito, and then of course some limited edition Estrella beers. Got a few little picky bits because we've got so much for lunch, or early dinner I should say. Salsa, guac, and then the whipped feta, some crispies, and then some crudité, and then we'll be outside enjoying the sunshine. Quick change of clothes, gorgeous little lemon H&M number on, and my friends have just arrived, so let's have a gorgeous, wholesome and happy Sunday together. Time to just pour in the orzo and then put it back in the oven for a further sort of like 15 to 20 minutes until the orzo is fully cooked through and hopefully absorbed all of these scrumptious juices. Now if it's not quite covering all of the orzo, you can at this point just put a tiny bit more stock just to make sure that all of your orzo and those peas are covered. And we're now going to put it back in the oven uncovered for roughly around about 15 to 20 minutes. And it's going to be so good. Oh my gosh, these onions. Yum. So delish. Might eat my other oven cup. And this is going in. ready. So we've got a 4-hour shredded lamb shoulder with orzo peas, onions, garlic. I've topped it with some delicious feta, mint, coriander, pomegranate seeds, and it is outstanding. And then I've got some delicious rose harissa Mediterranean vegetables that have been roasting for a few hours, really low and slow, with the gorgeous garlic in the middle there. It's kind of like a one-hit wonder, and you kind of have it lukewarm. We're going to sit in the gardens sipping on Beaver Farm and rosé. Oh, just the most divine Sunday. Preparing pudding, and the crumble looks so good, although it's really rather saucy. So the crumble has somewhat sunken into the plum and cherry compote, we're going to call it. I think I may have put a little bit too many plums and cherries in to the crumble ratio, but anyway, it's going to be delicious. Definitely the presentation needs work, but it will be tasty. We're doing ice cream and cream. So naughty. Oh wow, looks so good. Yum della scrum. And that is my plum and cherry crumble from the orchard. I've done ice cream, a little bit of mint on the top, and a drizzle of double cream. There is some crumble in there somewhere, I promise. Definitely needs work in terms of presentation, but fingers crossed it will taste better than it looks.